Super Mario RPG's complexities never cease to amaze me. I've put together another batch of lesser-known facts to share with you. If you beat everyone's favorite minigame, the shell-climbing minigame at Land's End, in under 11 seconds, the Commander Troopa will award you with the Troopa Pin accessory. If Mario already has an accessory equipped at the time, he simply hands it to you. However, if Mario doesn't currently have an accessory equipped, there's a very brief animation of the Commander pinning the Troopa Pin on Mario. I appreciate the extra pomp and circumstance, but it seems a bit unnecessary. I mean, it's not like this minigame is hard. Ugh, come on.
I need your help. Yeah, it's the shell thing again.
This poor guy has his wallet stolen by Croco, which I think we can all agree is this guy's fault. When you beat Croco, you get his wallet back. If you're a good Samaritan and give it back to him, he'll reward you with a flower tab. What's more, if you give him his wallet back, and then come talk to him again after you've defeated Bunt and rescued the princess, he'll give you an additional reward. Here's the interesting part. This second reward he gives you changes depending on this guy in Rosetown. You may recall from an earlier video of mine that this guy will reward you with a frog coin if you find the treasure room hidden in the forest maze, steal the treasures out of his house, help him get back into his house, and then confess to stealing his treasures. Normally, the wallet guy's second reward is a frog coin, but if you've already received this frog coin reward from this guy in Rosetown, the wallet guy will instead give you a flower jar. Yaridovich can summon a clone of himself during battle, who not only hurts you, but can also act as a decoy for your attacks if you can't tell which one is which. Here are all the ways you can spot the fake. The real Yaridovich is listed first in this battle's data, which means that whenever the player chooses a single target attack, it will target the real Yaridovich first. The fake has 500 max HP and has a different psychopath message. The real one has a higher speed stat than the fake. If you can remember the turn order, the real one always attacks first. The real one has all-around better stats. Look for the one that's dealing more damage to you and taking less damage from you. Although both can use the same generic physical attack, all of their other attacks are exclusive. My personal favorite, you can use Geno Whirl to beat the fake in one hit. And that's how you spot a fake. Wait, so clearly the fake Yaridovich is a separate being with its own thoughts and feelings. So where does it come from? And where does it go when it disappears? We'll unpack that later. If Mallow dies during the first fight against Croco, but Mario still manages to win, Mallow will come back from the dead to punch Croco in the face. That's dedication. A similar thing happens during the second Croco fight if Mallow is dead by the time Croco steals your items. HP is more of a suggestion, really. Although he's still standing up, you can't really do anything. Game skips over his turn. I like to imagine that Mario and Geno are propping him up Weekend at Bernie's style. The Jump Shoes accessory allows Mario to jump on enemies who are normally immune to his jump. Plus, he does this neat spinning animation when using jump specials. Both of these traits are a reference to Super Mario World. In that game, Mario can do a spin jump, which allows him to jump on enemies he otherwise couldn't while spinning around. This reference is further solidified by the fact that the jump shoes are called spin shoes in the Japanese version of the game. What I want to know is if these shoes give Mario immunity to dizziness. You probably already know that you will be forced to work a part-time job at Merrymore's Inn if you stay in the suite multiple nights despite not having the money to pay for it. Let's break down the prizes you can get from this. If you get one of these two as your guests, they might be kind enough to leave you a tip. Here's the breakdown. Unfortunately, if you get the couple as the guests you're supposed to help out, they'll never tip you anything. If you talk to one of these two old toads after they've stayed in the suite and they're about to leave, there's a 20% chance that they'll give you a flower box. There are some additional prizes up for grabs if you tip the bellhop, talk to him downstairs after staying the night in the suite, and answer that you slept well. And finally, you get different prizes for the total number of times you've stayed in the suite. Oh, and in case you're curious, there is no prize for staying past 200 nights. The game stops counting your stays at 200. This game has plenty of unused content still present in the game's data, but I picked out a few things I haven't heard talked about anywhere else. You probably know about this guy hidden behind this house in Mushroom Kingdom, who tells you a few random things at different points in the game. You may also know about this guy, hidden in Rosetown, behind the treasure guy's house. You may also know about this guy, hidden behind this house in Rosetown, who tells you to beware the forest's mushrooms. However, there's evidence that another hidden NPC may have once been considered. This NPC is found in the data for Marymore's Inn, located under the left bed in the normal bedroom. However, this NPC's data is only loaded if you're on the first floor of Marymore's Inn, meaning there's no way to encounter it without mods or cheats. It shares the same script as the NPC hidden behind the treasure guy's house in Rosetown. Plus, Marymore is the level immediately before Star Hill, and Star Hill is when the hidden NPC in Mushroom Kingdom stops having anything unique to say, so it would make sense to have another hidden NPC after that, with more unique dialogues depending on your progress. Hey, it's just a theory. There's unused graphical data of Johnny opening his jaws, giving you a slightly clearer look at what's inside. Kudos to Will319 for discovering this and utilizing it in his ROM hack, Super Luigi RPG Star Powered. Here's Will's rendition of what it would look like if used. And here's my rendition of a shark that I drew in paint because I didn't want to feel left out. The Shaman enemy found in Nimbusland has a whopping 3 unused color palettes. This isn't terribly unusual, as plenty of enemies have unused palettes, but what sticks out to me is that this enemy has the most unused palettes out of all enemies. This pre-release concept art, tweeted by Super Mario RPG monster designer Kazuyuki Kurashima, shows that there was originally going to be some sort of magic priest boss, whose underlings would be magic users. These different palettes could indicate that the shamans were supposed to have a bigger role originally. This pairing of magic with Smithy's weapon-themed army would have been an interesting dichotomy. This also would have helped explain how Smithy hypnotized the Koopa Troop. That information is sort of glossed over in the original game. That's all I have for you in this video. If I taught you something you didn't already know, please consider subscribing. If you know any secrets about this game, or if there's something you'd like me to take a deeper dive into, let me know in the comments. Until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.